Alex. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you as the sun sets, Julien?
Well, you know what? It's 5:30 and it's already nighttime here in Paris. But I'm doing great. And as a matter of fact, I've been waiting for you to lie down on my therapy couch and tell me about your latest terrible CX story.
Yeah, and I've got one that's definitely couch worthy. And actually, the worst thing about this one for me personally is this is what happened to my wife, not me. So it's all the more painful to watch her have to go through this.
I can relate.
There are services in the U.S. I assume there's something similar in France that deliver meat. So I think it's a monthly subscription, and you pick, I want this steak and I want this pork chop and whatever you want, and then they deliver it. It's food's really good. It's something we've been doing for months, and it's been something we really enjoy. Very wisely, this company, back for Thanksgiving, had a promotion and said, hey, great deals on turkeys. Don't forget to order your turkey.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah, my wife's like, hey, what do you think? Should we get the turkey from these guys? I'm like, yeah, we like the meat. Let's do it. So ordered the turkey. A few days later, she got an email saying, you need to double check your delivery date. You may not be getting this in time for Thanksgiving. And there was a link. So she clicked on the link, and there was all the details of her order. And she checked the delivery date, and she hit confirmed. Turned out that was placing a second order. So a couple days before Thanksgiving come, and we get and it wasn't just the turkey, it was our whole monthly order. So we got two massive boxes of meat and well, they weren't massive because last year's Thanksgiving was kind of a shrunken thing, but two decent sized turkeys and a whole lot of meat showed up on our doorstep. So my wife was kind of philosophical. She's like, okay, well, but I'm just going to call and understand. I thought I did the right thing, and somehow I ended up making a second order. I just want to check and see how that happened, and maybe next time we order, they'll throw in an extra order of bacon or something. So she called and got the person, and from everything I understand, that person might as well have been a bot. It was, every answer was repeated. There was no variation to anything. As far as I know, my wife didn't say, can I talk to your supervisor, which would have been interesting. But she talked to the person. Oh, no, that is a standard email that we send out, just warning people, making sure it wasn't specific to your order. That was a general email. My wife's like, it came to me a couple days after I ordered. It had my name in it. Why would I think this was a standard email? This was very much designed to look like a targeted email. And it certainly looked like I was adjusting my order. So back and forth, nothing. Bottom line, we ended up ordering our Thanksgiving and Christmas turkeys at the same time. Didn't really want a Christmas turkey. In fact, I don't think we actually ate it. I think it's going to become my wife decided we'd do that for Easter. So our refrigerator has a extra frozen turkey in it. We've got mountains of meat we're never going to eat. And my wife was like, we're gone. They lost us as a customer. There was no two ways about it. So thank you for letting me get that off my chest. That's my tale of woe and my story of pain.
Thank you for sharing. I mean, I don't know how it was for you guys last year around Thanksgiving. In Paris, we were still in a lockdown, meaning that you could not invite your friends and family to share the extra turkey with you. I mean, if you got an extra one, you got to deal with it yourself, which I think, just
Nobody
me and my wife
that much turkey.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that only happens in TV soaps, I guess. So that's the first thing. I mean, if I'm a brand looking at what my customer has to go through and trying to be realistic about it, they're not going to use that meat, right? So if you're not going to use the meat, you're going to waste it. And I would really love to see the size of your refrigerator, because I don't see how you can fit two of this stuff. I I can barely put a chicken in my fridge, so I'm not sure how
I
you
got
put two turkeys there.
2 words: garage fridge.
Okay, all right. I missed the first word and I missed the second one as
Oh.
well, so it doesn't work. All right. Now, no support, no empathy, which is probably what leads you to believe that this was a robot.
Yes,
Which
yes. Good point. Good point. Very much so. That was the, it just, this person was so rote and just wouldn't, literally, my wife said, she said the exact same thing 5 times. So she's got her script. She's not allowed to stray. She's going to say what's on that script, and that's all she's going to say. So no empowerment, no,
But the thing is that it's a very bad calculation. It's a very bad calculation because if you look at, all right, they wasted that specific order, which does represent money, right? But now forcing this order on you, all right, they saved that money, but they lost you as a long-term customer, and there was some kind of acquisition cost that they had to pay to get you in the first place. That's wasted as well. So maybe in the short run, that was maybe a wise decision for them, but in the long term, that's terrible. And if they do this with every customer, that is definitely bad. And I think based on the way you told the story, I think they could probably have said, you know what, let's give this order. That's free for you. We mixed it up, and you just won't have to pay for it, so that they don't have to bring it back to the warehouse and figure out what to do with it. You would be satisfied, not that you want that extra meat, but you can, give it to friends, family, neighbors.
Yeah, that would have been the best possible. So honestly, I don't think we could ship it back, because one of the cool things about this service is it comes packed in a box with dry ice, and you can like put the dry ice in some water and get all the steam and all that kind of stuff. So we weren't really equipped to ship it back. I think they were stuck. And honestly, like I said, a full refund, that would have been a home run for us. We would, if they had just said, you know what, we'll knock 25% off of it, or we'll do something on your next order, even that would have been okay. Because my wife was willing to say, you know what, I probably misread it. And she's nicer than most. A lot of people would have said, no, you misled me. This is all on you. So it was a huge, and what you said just really struck to me. One of the good things that's happening in our world these days is so many companies are moving to a subscription model. And, I fear some of them, and it's hard to get me to subscribe to things. But, at that point, the customer company relationship, there's an ongoing mutual need, which really is really, because to your point, they didn't get all their money from me, and it's, will I ever order? It's, I'm going to lose next month, and I'm going to lose the month after that, and I'm going to lose the month after that.
And that's, I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago, I told you a story. Well, you definitely need to remember this one. I told you a story of me calling the local garage 27 times in a row, right?
Yes.
And I still go to this one, meaning that I had, I don't know how it works in the US, but you have every second year or every X kilometers, you have to bring your car for an official review. And if you don't pass, you have to fix it until you pass. You're not allowed to drive it. So you have this whole system. So you got to go do it, but you can do it in any garage. I hate these guys. As I said last time, they are not specifically efficient, not specifically nice, not very cheap, but they're just next to my home, and it's incredibly convenient. Now, you don't have that with this subscription model, meaning you can get the meat from your local store. You can get the meat from plenty other businesses out there. There are plenty of internet businesses nowadays that allow you to order meat. You could probably have it from a local farm not too far from your home somehow that would be more than happy to deliver. So there's so many different options. Now, this car company next door, they are horrible in a way, but I have to deal with them. This one, they don't have to. So they lost you, and that's really their loss, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But you feel better about it, right?
I do. Thank you so much. This just really has helped me. I'm going to get through the next week feeling a lot better. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Then let's talk again next week, Max. All right?
All right. Sounds great. Thanks, Julien.